Welcome to Cripple Baldy, a podcast for the rest of us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We would like to welcome you to sit down, have a drink, smoke a smoke, toke a toke. Talking about the marijuanas, in case you didn't get that.
That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
So, I've been watching a lot of Say Yes to the Dress lately.
All right. I have not. I, however, was just laid off. So back to that freelance life.
I like how you switch the topic. Can I finish my fucking thought? Oh my God.
I thought you were done. What more do you have to add to that?
I was gonna. Okay, so what I was trying to mention is that they're trying to make it a reality show now where they're putting drama in, and I'm like, nobody cares about fucking drama in a wedding dress shop. Or I don't care about that. I just want to look at pretty dresses. That's it. That's literally the only reason why I watch it. I look at $20,000 dresses I would never be able to afford. I feel like it makes it sound like I'm into weddings when I say that I like that show. I just like dresses. I want to clarify, okay? And I also like decorations and shit. You know, if you're rich, do it. Go wild. Spend a shit ton of money on a wedding. But if you're not rich and you're taking out loans to buy a fucking $3,000 dress, you're an idiot. Okay?
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. You're gonna get divorced anyways.
So my second cousin, I don't know how this works, but she went to New York City to buy her wedding dress. And I was
oh my God, she went to Kleinfeld. She went there, didn't she?
I
she?
literally have no idea.
Ask her. She did, because that's really where people go.
We're not very close.
Okay, well.
But I saw that and I was like, you live in Michigan. How does that make sense at all? But whatever.
Literally, people do that all the time on
Really?
the fucking show. They come from California or wherever, or Canada. Yeah, they're stupid. Like I said, if you're rich, cool. But otherwise, you're just an idiot. You're buying into the bullshit.
I don't know. I get going to an outlet mall or a,
oh, fuck yeah.
you know, someplace you can get a better deal, but I'm willing to drive an hour.
Right.
I'm not flying to a different state.
Yeah, I get that.
I might drive no, I think an hour is tops for me.
Yeah, I feel that, dude.
I mean, because anything, you can just order shit online, you know?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't fit, get it taken in, or taken out, you know? Or, you know?
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, let's be realistic. It's the second one.
Yeah, I just, I don't get it, but I'm glad that you're enjoying your show.
No, I'm not. I just told you they're making it into reality. It's drama. I don't like that.
Okay, so what are you
Listen,
gonna do now?
bitch.
So, what are you going to watch
I can't
now?
watch the older seasons. I can't watch the older seasons because there's only the 3 latest seasons available. And, I just, want to watch that right
Hulu?
now. So, yeah, it's on Hulu.
Oh.
Also, some of the people that used to work there don't anymore. And I'm like, where did they go? Okay. That helped me feel like I had normalcy in my life. God, this is a sad conversation.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So you got laid off.
Yeah, so I got laid off, which is fine. I feel like I'm more prepared to be laid off again. I don't know.
Yeah, all of your experience.
All of my experience being laid off. So this second time around, it's not so bad. I didn't really care for the job that I had. I got yelled at by my boss, which wasn't cool. But hey, I learned a lot. I think I'm gonna pursue freelancing on my own. So, power to the people, meaning
power
me.
To
power to me.
People.
Yeah. But have we talked about how Will Sasso is fucking hot?
Literally, privately, we talk about this constantly. So,
all right, Will Sasso. I can't even fucking.
Will Sasso.
He's Italian. Will Sasso is hot. Fact.
He's got a bald ass head. What about those like little bunny teeth? I would love to like, just like feel Will's bunny teeth all up on this clitoris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just the teeth grazing.
Like a nice little nibble.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
So, Will, if you're listening, DM me, boo-boo.
Okay, so the reason why Will Sasso is so appealing is he's fucking funny. And he's like real.
Right.
He's like a real person.
I mean, yeah. I feel like he doesn't have that much success because he didn't join the Illuminati. And for that,
I'm going to be
Will.
really upset if like Will Sasso is in the Illuminati. So
He is not.
Also,
he would be more
he's
famous and have
Italian.
more money.
he speaks
Yeah,
Italian.
Italian?
His parents are from Italy or something.
Yeah, they are. And he's from Canada. And everyone who's from there is hilarious. Except for actually people from there, I guess. I don't know. I knew a girl who worked in Seattle, or she lived there, and she worked at Home Depot. And she said Canadians used to come into her Home Depot all the time because I guess it was cheaper there or something.
Weird.
Yeah, they'd go across the border. And I said, are they funny? And she's like, no. She's like, they're fucking annoying.
Wow, that's
And I was like, ooh.
so practical. See, the only time I would cross the border was when I was in high school and I lived in California and I crossed the border to go drinking. Like an
Oh, you did?
irresponsible. Yeah, dude.
Oh, I wouldn't know because you never invited me.
Oh, well. Well, actually, I think that's when you were living in Norway.
Uh-huh. Good. Nice one. Uh-huh. Sure.
Whatever. Like, I remember, too, I got so mad because I went to my, third period class and it was like a teacher's aide. And, like, I set my stuff down and, like, my friend was in the bathroom. She's like, hey, like, come with us. We're ditching. And I was like, I already, like, left my stuff in the classroom. They're like, well, go get it. And I grabbed it. And the teacher was like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's fine. I'll be right back. And I just fucking left. And I don't know what I thought we were doing, but we ended up, crossing the border to go drinking.
I think I know which friend you're talking about.
Yeah.
And she is a bad influence.
She
still.
is.
To this day.
To this day.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough of that. All right. So I want to take this time to remind our listeners that we're starting a newsletter. So if you want exclusive content and discounts on our merch, sign up.
Woo!
Woo! We also take questions. So if you would like for us to answer them, do so on our website at crippleandbaldy.com.
Yeah, so it's anonymous or you can put your name. And if you'd want to be anonymous, you just don't put your name. It's as simple as that, boo-boos. Also, is the Google Doc up? Do you have the questions ready?
Yes, I have the questions.
Good, yes. So we are going to answer some questions from people who have asked us questions.
Oh, and actually, I thought you were talking about a different Google Doc, so I have to pull up the correct Google Doc because we use Google Docs to be super professional. So, give me a moment. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. All right.
You didn't make your joke about how, well, we've had a lot of interviews.
I feel like we could say that later on.
Oh, so you're still going to make the joke? Okay, I'm sorry. I ruined it for you.
Edit it out! Okay. This question comes from Dude Duke.
What a beautiful name.
Dude Duke. Dukely Dude. And his question is, any tips for chatting up a woman with a disability or condition? I enjoy your show. Please make more. Thank you, Dude Duke. You're the best.
I enjoy your show.
Hey, typos happen to everybody.
We enjoy you, Dude Duke. My suggestion would be to just treat them like a human being. I know that's like this crazy, like outlandish thing, but if you could do that, they would like it. I'm always really shocked when people like don't mention my wheels when they talk to me, or like, you know, tell me I'm inspirational for like taking a shit. Is there money in that?
What,
Could
shitting?
I like could I like film myself taking a shit?
Yeah, dude, if you want to be a cam girl.
I've thought of that. But I think no. Like,
I had a friend that was like trying so hard to convince me that them being a cam dude was a good idea, and I was just like,
oh my God, he was a cam dude.
yeah. I don't know what really ever happened about that, but I do know that they changed jobs several times since that conversation. But
Wait, was this person super hot?
no, just super weird.
You know, people are into all kinds of stuff. But anyways, back to the fucking answer. Back to the question. I would like, honestly though, it's really hard to tell like if people are actually like into you, because things that would be like to an able-bodied person would be seen as flirting. People do that to disabled people without realizing that they're doing that. Because they're fucking weird and get weird around disabled people. So like if you're actually into a person with a disability, like you need to be obvious about it, because we have a hard time like knowing, because people are just so fucking weird to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say be obvious. Like tell them. Or I don't know, fucking grab their titties. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Consent.
Yeah. As long as they're cool with it, which I am. Will Sasso. Call me.
Will Sasso. Come on, dude. Yeah. And so we also asked some questions, or opened up questions on Instagram. And in case you missed them, we're going to bring them up again, because we had some pretty good ones, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
That was the fakest way you could have said that.
That's because you sounded fake as fuck when you read that.
Whatever. I got really
Continue.
excited. I only kind of know how to be a person, all right? Like, damn.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
That's what
half
happens when
robot.
bald.
Leave me alone.
You lose a personality.
Where's my... I lost my personality. I'm like fucking Peter Pan. He lost his shadow. I lost my personality. I lost my soul. Anyways, so one of the questions we got from Instagram was, what was our inspiration for a podcast?
Oh, you want me to? Oh, I would say for me, it was that I'm tired of being treated like shit, and I'm tired of able-bodied people telling me that ableism isn't real. And so through this, I could tell my experiences, and we've done so much more than I thought we would, actually.
Really?
Like already. Yeah, we've collabed with like a lot of people, and like people have messaged us, and like it's been really cool, and it's made me feel like less alone. And that's basically what I wanted to do, is like make people feel less alone.
Yeah.
What about you, Baldy?
Well, I think like you and I in particular have wanted to do a creative project together for a number of years. Like, I mean, when we were kids, we made videos. I mean, it was really more you were making the videos and you wanted me to like be in them with you, and like
Forced you into it. I used to do that with all my friends.
yeah, I wasn't into it. I was like, no, she made me do it. And like
I know. I never had anybody that was into it.
like,
So sad.
I know. And since we've always like lived pretty far away from each other, like we could never like really do anything like videos. And since we both love
Will Sasso.
comedy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that too. We thought that maybe a podcast was like the easiest way to like make our dreams come true, and also be a creative outlet, but also a way for us to like talk about issues that mattered. So we could do it remotely. So this is what we're doing, and we're having fun doing it. Now, if only we could get sponsors so that we could get paid to do it, that'd be even better. That's the dream.
Yeah, sponsors. We get like 30 listeners a podcast on all of our, wherever the fuck we have it. By the way, Stitcher is better than iTunes.
I hate iTunes. I never use iTunes. Stitcher is amazing.
Yeah, fuck iTunes. Like, I've been using that for podcasts, and now I just started using Stitcher, and I'm like, this is so much easier. The way that they, like, have it presented is, like, makes more sense than on iTunes. And also, iTunes rejected our fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Multiple times. So. And by multiple times, I mean one time. But we're too fucking lazy to figure that shit out. Am I right?
It's like, I don't know. Like, I use technology for work and shit, like, all the time. And I feel like technology shouldn't be this hard. But it is. And then I feel, you know, old because I don't understand technology. But then I talk to Cripple, and I'm like, man, I know way more. Makes me feel better about myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at technology. So, but I'm good at sucking dick.
Anyways, that was the inspiration for our podcast. It's just us being stupid and wanting to do stuff. And, yeah. Moving on! Another question that we received on Instagram was, what's dating like when you're balding? And I feel very confident in speaking about my experience. I mean, okay, so I only started using hair fibers like 2 years ago. And I've only started wearing toppers and hair pieces like in the last, 6 months you'd say? It hasn't even been that long. But anyways, so it was kind of weird. I mean, I was able to date. Like, there were people that were able to, like, see past it. Like, it was just kind of like this weird thing. And it has gotten progressively worse throughout the years. So that is part of it. But, like, some people were, like, really weirded out by it. I had a boyfriend who was, like, ashamed of me for it. Like, didn't want me to come home and because he had moved to the city that I lived in from out of state, and he didn't want me to go like home for the holidays with his parents, even though they called me and invited me. And then
people are so fucking disgusting and shallow. Like, it just blows my fucking mind. But yes, anyways, continue.
So that happened, and then there were a couple of instances where like guys were like into me, but they were kind of like weirded out like with dating me because they're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I do feel like since wearing hair pieces and using fibers and shit, like, people are more open to the fact it's something that I deal with because, like, they're not, like, visually accosted by my bald-ass head and being like, oh, shit, this is a sick bitch, because I'm not. I'm just,
Can I also just say, we are visually accosted by bald men all day long.
For real.
Okay? Like, get over your
dude.
fucking selves. And it's like when a woman has some hair loss, you're like, what? I'm so offended. Meanwhile, your fucking bald-ass motherfucking head is shining so bright that I cannot see
Cripple,
in front of me.
Triggered.
Because people are garbage and it's disgusting and I'm tired of it. It's, like, pathetic. Like, God.
See, I was obsessed with like cartoons when I was a kid, and I feel like that really helped me like understand the world. Everyone looks weird. They're all different colors, but like they're still people. You know what I mean? Like Doug. You guys remember Doug? Like, there was green people, there was pink people, there was like blue people, orange people, white people, all these different.
No disabled people, though.
I know.
What a shocker.
Anyways. But you know what I mean? I feel like more people need to, like, have that mentality.
Watch Doug.
You know, I don't know if it's held up as, like, a cartoon. Because, like, I don't know. I tried to watch Ren and Stimpy. And it just, like, gave me a panic attack. But I used to love it.
I hated that show. My brother used to watch it, and I thought it was disgusting when I was a kid. And I, like, would try to get him to change the channel, and then he just like, slap me or whatever the fuck he would do. Or try to hold my eyes open so I have to watch it. It was gross. That cartoon's disgusting.
Well, also,
Ew.
like, all the
Ugh.
animators were on, like, PCP. So it's just, like, yeah. So they were, like...
Were they? That makes so much more sense.
So, like,
oh, my God.
It's just, like, disgusting and just, like, offensively, like, intense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It really is. Like, I couldn't. But I think, like, I was triggered because they do a lot of body things, like, with eyeballs.
Yeah, like, they're really
and,
in-depth, like,
bones
detailed.
breaking. Like, very, like, very visual. And, like, it would just, like, bring me, like, I would get traumatized again. Like, like, I can't do it. And I'm a ratchet-ass bitch, mind you.
But couldn't hang. So, anyways. Also, I don't think that, I don't know, maybe I'm overgeneralizing when I say this, but I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate funny and smart girls, and people as a whole are more into good-looking dumb people with no personalities.
I 100% agree. It is a struggle to be hilarious and smart. But, like, those two things go together. So you can't be funny if you're not smart, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a thing. And I feel like especially with men, like, I think it's because they're intimidated by funny women because they want to be, like, the more interesting one. You're not, boo-boo. You're not.
We can, like, do more than you can do.
Yeah. Anything you can do, I can do with blood coming out of my vag.
Yeah. And I can't top that. I'm just not even going to try.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll let you have that one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there have been so many times where, like, I've tried to, like, dumb myself down. And when I say dumb myself down, I'm not, like, being like, yeah, you're so right. I'm more like just kind of like, I don't lead with my personality. I try to, like, I don't know, like, take everything in first. But it's a double-edged sword because, like, first impressions are really hard to, like, if you make a bad first impression, it's really hard to come back from that or to change someone's mind.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that now. Well, I mean, I've always known that, but I feel like it's got to be, you have to be, like, the right amount of genuine, authentic, but, like, not too much. And as a woman, especially in the workplace, or really just in life, people, society doesn't like it when you're smart or confident or funny.
Yeah. I feel like people also, they don't like it when you're confident if there's something wrong with you. And by that, I mean in terms of, like, societally wrong with you, right? Like being bald or disabled. People think that you should feel bad about yourself and hate yourself. And so, like, when you exude confidence, and especially if it's around someone who doesn't have a lot of confidence, they, like, get angry. Have you noticed that? Like, they don't like you. They don't like it when you have confidence.
No, I've been bullied in the workplace, and, like, I had this, like, one hater that, like, when I was like, hey, you know, when we're working on a project together, like, very confidently was like, you know, this is what I think we need to do to fix it. This is what I need from you. You know, this is what we need to do to meet our deadline. They were very upset that I was confident enough to, like, take the lead and be like, hey, this is how we're going to figure it out, when they were, like, technically the lead on it. And, like, I don't know, they just got real shitty with me real quick. And I was just like, man, I'm sorry. I am, you know.
I'm sorry that you don't love yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
really.
Like, I know, honestly, it's just like, God, how pathetic can you fucking
like,
be?
And they took some, like, cheap shots at me. You know what I mean? And
really?
I was like, yeah, I was in a meeting with, like, other coworkers. And I was just, like, so taken back. I was like, okay, like, why are you, like, lashing out at me, number one, in front of, like, all of these people. Second of all, like, we have known each other for a while, so I feel like it's like really inappropriate, like, on all levels. But also, like, the things that they were saying about me, like, were untrue, and they were saying things that I had mentioned to them in, like, confidence, you know?
What the hell?
I know. And I was just like, damn, I dropped out of high school. I didn't know that high school was going to follow me into my career, but whatever. Politics, you know?
Oh my God. Speaking of which, okay, something happened yesterday that pissed me the fuck off. All right? I do this old people's community choir. Okay? Why am I doing it? I ask myself that every week I go. All right? And when I say it's a community choir, I mean that. Okay? It is not good. People cannot stay on fucking time. And by that, I mean rhythm. So I was sitting, I'm in the alto section, and I sit next to the tenors. And I was like, with my hand, I was keeping time for myself. So I would come in at the right time because everybody else around me doesn't know how to fucking do the rhythm. And so I was trying to help lead it for people. And I was silently tapping my hand. This old man sitting in the tenor section comes, taps me on the shoulder. He says, could you please not move your hand like that, because it's in my vision, my line of vision, and it's distracting me.
What the hell?
And I was just like, I know. And I was so fucking annoyed. This man's probably like 84 or something. And I was like so annoyed, and I was like, sure. But yeah. And I was so annoyed, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Meanwhile, the rest of the fucking rehearsal, I'm like extra paying attention to this motherfucker, right? Because he pissed me the fuck off. He cannot come in on time. He is fucking singing flat. I am just like, and I laughed inside every time. And the thing is, like, his rhythm was like slightly off, which is the worst way to be. Slightly off. It's like everybody would come in, and then he'd like come in a little later. And I just laughed to myself because I'm like, maybe if you would like look at my hand, it could help you with the rhythm, you fucking dumb old bag of shit. So
Wow.
Meanwhile, people 5 years ago that I was at the same level vocally are singing at various opera houses. And here I am at a fucking community choir getting told not to keep rhythm by a stupid old man who doesn't know how to sing. Sorry, I'm a little testy today.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at how enthusiastic your delivery was.
I'm so whatever.
You know what I mean? It was very entertaining to watch. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
Thank you.
I'm not invalidating you. I'm just sharing with you why I'm laughing.
I understand.
That's really freaking annoying.
My life is hysterical. I know.
Whatever. Oh my god. No, dude. Like, I understand. I have people that I went to school with that weren't the best, and they're doing like really well. And I have people that have switched industries, even though they were very talented. And, you know, it's kind of disheartening because, like, when it comes to the arts, like, everyone's so opinionated about it, and, like, it's so subjective, and it's like, you know, there's like technique, and there's history, and there's all these like things involved with the arts, and people just don't give credit to it.
Also biases and prejudice. We can't forget about that.
Too. And I mean, it's so true what people say. It's all in who you know.
It is. I 100%. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. That is all it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly. I mean, there's sometimes where people are really talented and they get opportunities, but
yeah.
As long as you know whose dick to suck, you are good.
Spotted dick.
That's a thing.
I know. I saw it at the store.
Okay, I'm sorry we got off topic.
Yeah, we did. Man. But anyways, yeah.
I'm just so full of rage.
So full of rage.
Okay.
So I think that like leads us to like a really good or that takes us to like a really good lead into our next topic, which would be anxiety.
Oh.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. Have you been dealing with anxiety?
Do you know me?
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, my middle fucking name is Anxiety.
I thought it was
So,
Natasha.
yes. Why are you giving out my middle name? You literally can't even say your first name, yet you're giving everybody my fucking middle name.
Oh. Cripple Natasha.
Yes, I also have anxiety. It is something that inhibits a lot of things in my life because I freak out so badly anytime I have to interact with people in the world because I'm like, oh God, what are they going to say to me? What are they going to do? How is this going to pan out? What kind of like ableist garbage am I going to have to fucking hear today? How am I going to have to defend myself this time? So yes, I do have anxiety. What about you?
I would say that yeah, I deal with anxiety. I think I've been dealing with it for longer than I realize. Because I remember when I was in high school, I had to go to the bathroom before like each class. But it wasn't to like use the bathroom. It was just to be in a stall, quiet and alone.
Wipe your badge. Make sure it doesn't smell.
No, I had to sit there, be quiet and alone, and just like breathe and like calm the fuck down. But I didn't feel like super like anxious. It was just something I had to do. You know what I mean? It was almost like it was a manifestation of my OCD. So I was just like, I have to go like chill. Like I could have been like in a closet. Like I could have been like anywhere. But if it was like small, like enclosed, like quiet, that's what I needed to do. So then, I don't know, fast forward after high school, I kept having like panic attacks, and I didn't realize I was having a panic attack. I just thought like I was like I had a tortured artist's soul. I realize how ridiculous that sounds. But like I don't know, it was like the weirdest experience for me. And like I would write like poetry about it, I would do art about it, and then finally someone told me, bitch, you're having a panic attack. So that made those arts that I made about it informative. I don't know, I thought it was interesting, like finding out after the fact. But then like, you know, I learned breathing techniques and like how to recognize when I was starting to have a panic attack. And I feel like I have never gotten past that. I probably should get professional help, but I haven't. So yeah, so I just try to keep myself in check because I know it's something that happens to me. I don't know.
You know, I've actually never had a panic attack. Well, once. Only one time. And that was, there's animals trying to get into my room right now.
They're trying to get in my office, and I said, no.
That was because my mommy doesn't love me, and I was like just freaking out about it. And I think it was like I was like 18, and I was going to this thing called the Landmark Forum. Y'all familiar? If you are, go fuck yourself and stay away from me, because I hate people who pretend like they're open and they're garbage. Worst people I've ever met at the Landmark Forum. Just saying. But they sure acted like they were like these holier than now, because that's what they do. You just bullshit. That's what new age people do. Hey, I'm kind of new age, but like I'm not a bullshitter, you know what I mean? But anyways, I was going there, and my mom like had said something. I don't know what the hell happened, but like she was just like didn't understand me once again, and like it just like took a toll on me, and I just couldn't like you know, I was breathing so much, and my like face was getting all like fluttery feeling. And then somebody said to me, you're having a panic attack. Here's a paper bag. Breathe in this. And I was like, what? Just that? You know? So, no, he said I was hyperventilating, but now I'm like, okay, I was having a panic attack. Just because my mommy doesn't understand me. Fun fact, she still doesn't. But I have mostly gotten over it. God, this is a depressing episode. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I feel like the thing about it too is like when you're having an anxiety or like a panic attack, you can have like different levels of it. So like sometimes it's like hard to realize that you're having it unless like you can recognize that. Because I feel like maybe I've seen you have like an anxiety or panic attack before.
Wait, you've
Yeah,
seen
dude.
me? No, I've never had a panic. When? What? I've literally never had a panic attack except for that time. Panic attacks are when your heart is like racing like crazy. You start to hyperventilate and it feels like you're having a heart attack. Like it's a physical like thing that happens. And I've only had that happen once. Maybe you just don't have panic attacks and you think you do. Because that's what happens with panic attacks.
Oh, okay. So
It's like a physical thing.
well, I guess I'm mislabeling things. So panic attack versus an anxiety attack. So I guess I'm talking about an anxiety attack versus like a panic attack. Damn, they're so similar.
Why? What is it? What's the difference?
So panic attacks come on suddenly and involve intense and often overwhelming fear. They're accompanied by frightening physical symptoms such as a racing heartbeat, shortness of breath, or nausea. Anxiety attacks have symptoms that include worry, distress, and fear. Is usually related to the anticipation of a stressful situation, experience, or event, and it may come on gradually. So, I don't know. I've had both.
I mean, the other one, anxiety attack, it just sounds like that's just anxiety. That's what that sounds like to me. That's what my anxiety is like. I'm just like, you know.
Maybe we should get some help, professional help.
I don't have any money, and I also don't trust therapists because most of the time they tell me that what I'm saying doesn't happen to me. Ableism isn't real. They're garbage. They really need to train psychologists in disability because they don't at all.
Yeah.
They do not. And it's disgusting because the amount of disabled people that are disregarded is, I mean, like, I don't even know. It has to be tremendous.
Yeah. And the thing that's
You know?
so messed up about it, too, is, like, you have to be your own best advocate, like, in life, just in general. But if you are mentally ill and you're still supposed to be your own advocate, like, it's really hard to because, like, you're trying to, like,
Yeah.
do that while you're ill. And if you're disabled, too, like, depending how you're disabled, like, it might be harder than, like, if, you know, you have, I don't know.
I mean, especially when people don't listen to you because disabled people are so often like disregarded and people don't want to listen to what we have to say. So it's like, even if you're trying to be your own advocate, like you're still not being heard.
You can be like able-bodied and like just no one will listen to you. But like, yeah, that's a huge responsibility.
Yeah,
like
that's
having to be
true.
your own advocate. Like your friend who kept saying like, there's something wrong, travels to a different country, says something's wrong, and they're like, you're damn right.
Yeah.
Damn. Had to have fucking surgery. That's insane to me.
Yeah, Norway is, I don't know. Norway is whatever. No offense to all y'all Norwegians, but looks like universal health care doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, anyways, enough of that. Did I sound like Woody the Woodpecker?
You sound like something that would get my Woody the Woodpecker hard. Do you know what I'm saying?
No. But yes.
I was talking about my genitals being aroused by that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so speaking of disability, have you heard of special books by special kids?
I don't know why you're asking me if I've heard of that. I told you
I knew about it
this.
before you told me about it. I'm just trying to transition into the next topic.
You did not. No,
Yes,
you
I
did
did.
not. You are a
not
fucking
a
liar.
liar.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't even. Who cares?
It doesn't even fucking matter. But we're arguing about it anyway. That's how you know when you've known someone for too long.
I'm just gonna like squeeze my special penis to make myself feel less riled up and more at ease.
Remember when your stepdad thought that was like not a toy, but actually something that you gratified yourself with sexually?
Yes. What a fun life I lead.
Just leaving around your sex toys on the kitchen table.
If you want to hear more about that, you can catch it on The Singing Stoner on YouTube. When I first saw like an episode of Special Books by Special Kids, I thought to myself, who the fuck is this pretty white boy like coming on here trying to tell me something about disability? I was like thinking like this kid is like exploiting disabled people, trying to make them inspiration porn. That was my immediate thought. But then
Yeah, dude, that's what I thought too.
yeah. But then I like watched more of the videos and I was like, oh, like, nah, this guy's like doing really great work. He wants to like basically showcase like how disabled people or people with various conditions are just people and you should treat them like such and not be a garbage person. So, and the thing like, and that's great. His message is fucking wonderful. But the thing that bothers me is the fact that like there has to be some like pretty white boy telling people about this. You know what I mean? Like for them to fucking listen. Like it's like, of course.
Able-splain.
Yeah.
TM.
See? Yeah. TM. Except for, yeah. But.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's great that he's doing it. He definitely, like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm totally jealous that he, like, his story, like, if you've ever seen it, he's like, yeah, I was, like, being, like, a soccer coach. And, like.
Yeah, I was, like, just some super hot white guy.
Just being a soccer coach, just
like,
doing whatever,
being
living
into
my
sports.
life. And they're like, hey,
yeah,
you want to do this master's program? And he's like, all right. And.
For free.
And then.
For free.
Yeah, for free. God. I would
Of course,
love
because he's
a
a
free
beautiful white man.
master's degree.
Why not? Okay.
What?
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 I don't know.
What'd you say?
I said he's a beautiful white man.
Yeah, with really long lashes.
Yeah. Beautiful, like ocean blue eyes that I could just fall into. Yeah, but then so he was like, sure, I'll do a fucking free master's degree. Is there any other fucking pretty privileged thing that I could have? Because I'm a fucking beautiful white man. And then he decided on a whim to do special education for his master's degree because he had to do it in like education. I think that was like the thing, like he had to get it in education to get it for free or whatever. And on a whim, he did special ed, and then like he started teaching, or like what was he doing? Not teaching, but when you do the
Student teach?
yeah. And then he decided he wanted to like pursue that as a career, and then he became like a special ed teacher, and he noticed how shitty his students were treated by the outside world, and he was just like, I don't like this. They're just people, and I want the world to see that.
Yeah.
So he's using his like privilege for good,
Yeah.
and it's actually really awesome.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I think he said something like he noticed like how much better the students were doing when they had like an infused class, where like the special ed students were like around like the non-special ed students, and like, you know, they had to interact more, because there's more understanding, and there wasn't that fear because, you know, they're so separate. So
yeah.
So there's this one recently about this kid who was a burn survivor, and they were trying to raise money for his medical expenses, and they were able to do so in a couple of hours, which is great.
Yeah. But the whole thing with this kid though too is like when you look at him, like there's a obvious, like I had an obvious reaction because he's a very, like he looks very different because of like the 3rd-degree burns that he suffered. But what happened, which is bullshit, is that Facebook flagged this video, deemed it as
too graphic. And
this is just like a 16-year-old boy's face. Like that is his face. That is what he looks like. That is the most fucking disgusting thing that I have ever heard. Like, how could you, like, this is his life. You're trying to say that the way that he looks is offensive to other people? What the fuck, Facebook?
I mean, there's, like, no way that you can, like, it is what it is, okay? Like, Facebook is in the wrong. The fact that they're saying that his reality is too graphic is wrong. Anyone that would have reported that is wrong. Because what are you going to do when you see someone like that, like, at the store or something? You can't shield your children from everything. Like, you need to teach them that, like, everyone looks different. Different people, like, have different abilities and disabilities and all those kinds of things. Like, there's no excuse for them to have done that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it just showcases the fucking disgusting, shallow world we live in. That when someone looks a different way than what you want them to look like, you're gonna say, put that away. I don't want to see it. People are pathetic and disgusting, and you will get your fucking karma. That's all I have to say about that. So, this is a fucking person. This is a human being.
Yeah. And you know, not only did they add a disclaimer before the video, but they stopped suggesting the video through their algorithm. And, like, he was trying, like, to raise money for his medical expenses. Thankfully, they exceeded what they were asking for. And that just,
it's not even just about that. It's about the fact that, like, he can look however the fuck he looks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like, they're, like, trying to do something, like, productive, and they're preventing the video to get spread through their algorithm. So, like, that also prevents, like, what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? So it's, like, double. Like, they shouldn't have done that because he's allowed to exist and look how he does. Like, you shouldn't say anything about that. But also, like, how dare they stop suggesting the video through their algorithm?
Yeah. Hashtag Illuminati. So.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
The truth is out there. It's actually in front of our fucking faces.
On the
Wake
plus
up!
Side,
Wake up,
sheeple! They're gonna hear us. They gonna get you. But silver lining is that they were able to exceed the money that they're trying to raise for his medical expenses. So at least before all of this nonsense happened, they were able to do that for him because that's a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And that is going to change that kid's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Access to, like, medical is just out of control.
So, moral of this story is we support special books by special kids. It's a good thing. He's doing a good thing. So,
yeah.
Good job, buddy.
And also, we are acknowledging the fact that he is an able-bodied person that is using his privilege for good.
Yeah, he is. So,
we need more people like that in the
this
world.
has been Cripple and Baldy
TED Talk.
approved.
Oh, okay.
God.
Okay. This has been Cripple and Baldy approved.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I thought we were gonna start a thing. That's a thing.
Okay. We started a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what it is. This is our thing now.
We need to make
like Jeffree Star, only we're not in the Illuminati. So.
Oh, is he in the Illuminati?
I don't know, but I fear he's pulling Shane in. Okay, Shane is a delicate, gentle soul. All right. And we're talking about Shane Dawson for all of y'all that don't know. I'm sorry, did I just get Southern all of a sudden? What the fuck is
I don't
that?
know. I guess I'm, like, rubbing off on you.
Yeah, you are. Ooh,
You're welcome.
I would love for you to rub off on me, boo boo.
Ooh. So yeah. Another organization that's really cool. In the UK, they have this organization that's called Changing Faces. And what they're doing is they're trying to enable people who have disfigurements to develop high self-esteem and self-confidence, to have healthcare access and access to social services, so that they can enjoy equal rights and opportunities. But also they provide training and act as consultants to health professionals, employees, and teachers. Because, I mean, having like a facial disfigurement, I mean, it's very obvious, you know, and in the media, typically people that have like a scar on their face or, you know, something like that are seen as evil, or they're used as villains.
Yeah. So fucked up.
Yeah.
Actually,
So, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I really wish that they had like a US chapter, or I could find an organization that was similar to that, because my late brother, he had hemifacial microsoma. And I mean, so he had some scars on his face, and like his jaw looked crooked, but it wasn't like anything like super like obvious or like obscure.
Yeah, it was like slight.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, but he was really self-conscious about it. And I just I raised money on my birthday last year for an organization in Texas that helped with some similar kind of stuff, but I like what they're doing better, because it's more than just like in a concentrated area. It's like UK wide, I guess.
Yeah. UK's got some good shit. Like, I've seen a lot of disability rights type of like videos and stuff, like from back in the day, like 90s and stuff, that came from the UK. And there's a lot of organization, like they're doing some good shit over there. They really are.
Other than Brexit, right?
I mean, I don't care. Why would I don't live there. I don't know. Why? Because they left the EU? What is that? I don't know. Sure. But also, you bringing up that like topic about how in the media scars and facial disfigurements are often perceived as like being evil or whatever. I actually watched this TED Talk recently, and it was about like why we perceive beauty or whatever. And one of the things the guy says is that when people are seen as more like attractive, they're perceived to be more intelligent, more trustworthy, like just more talented, better overall, just like a good person. Like they tend to get paid more. Pretty privileged, y'all. But anyways, but people who are seen as like having like even a slight disfigurement on their face, like your brother, they are seen as being like untrustworthy, lazy, unintelligent, all the bad shit, which is like insane. Like, how fucking shallow is this fucking world? Like, are you kidding me? How dumb are people? How pathetic are people? Like, are you kidding me? When I watched that, I got rageful. Okay? I was in a rage.
I just want you guys to know that she's like shaking this jelly penis toy around while she's yelling.
That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Intro music is from Lizzo. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or on our website, crippleandbaldy.com. If you'd like to be featured on our podcast or would like to send us an anonymous question, you can find us on our website at crippleandbaldy.com.
That's exactly how